Aloha, kia ora koutou, talofa lava, malo ileni, symbol vanaka, bonjour, ça va, and konnichiwa. Welcome to KIWI News Briefs. Hi, I'm Beno, and welcome to a roundup of the weekly news in New Zealand and overseas. Now, we're going to play a game called the Mirror Image. Now, we have the US and we have the rest of the world, and things are just mirroring things that happen in our coalition government here in New Zealand. So first up, the US president has threatened to take out all the members of Congress, sack them, that is, take them out, and this is like mirroring what's happened in New Zealand with the David Seymour Treaty Process Bill, whereby they thought they could actually take the Indigenous nation of Māori out by stupid new legislation, but they couldn't. The next one, the US president is cutting funding and the social security to the US people. What is that about? Exactly mirroring the image of what the coalition is doing, cutting funding to charity agencies, health agencies, employing those in the medical field who should be there, but they're saying they don't have enough funding. And we'll see what happens with the education system towards the end of the year. Also, there has been a mirroring of kidnapping of people in the United States off the streets, and that mirrors what happened in New Zealand in the 1970s, where the national government actually decided, hey, let's just take these Pacific Islanders off the street, let's just throw them in a van or take them out of their houses at 3 o'clock in the morning and go take them back to the countries that they came from. Unfortunately, they were doing the jobs that arrogant New Zealanders didn't want to do in factories, and so the economy suffered after that. Also, we have got a man who wasn't even voted in the US and he has actually made himself available to make decisions for federal government, and that is Mr. Elon Musk. Stick to the perfume of Musk, because mate, you weren't voted in. You are a bum chum of the US president, and for you to actually be given sanction to actually make decisions for the rest of the US people, half of them don't even know you. You weren't voted in. That is like similar to rich people here in New Zealand, like Philip Polkinghorne, who should have been locked up for the rest of his life, but has actually now been made free in his 8-week, after his 8-week court case at the High Court. There were so many police investigations who actually geared towards him being thrown in prison. Unfortunately, his defense lawyer played on the fact that his wife had some mental and emotional issues. Who doesn't? Okay? That's an indictment on New Zealand society, making fun of people with mental and emotional issues, and that's against the law. You can't do that. But they won a court case, a huge court case. Now, what I'm saying is, we should now decide as the world of nations to vote in females. Females are the way to go. They nurture people from their birth to adults. They would, like Jacinda Ardern did with New Zealand, nurture maternally, carefully, without the war egos. We've got so many wars. Now, we were saying with the voting in of Pope Leo that he promotes peace and doesn't promote what these idiots in power like Trump and Tsar Putin, like, go back and negotiate to negotiating school, because you can't. Why are you sending people off to fight your battles because you can't communicate with each other? Okay, silly little boy things. Females are the way to go, and let's pray that Pope Leo the 14th does their ultimate and just tells them where they should get off, because boy, the rest of us are all fuming. But take care, do some yoga, and we'll see you next week. Take care, have a really good, safe week, and be kind to each other, because, you know, people who are in charge of countries just aren't. Peace, everyone. Take it easy.